A right triangle is a triangle that contains a 90-degree angle. The sides that make up the right angle are called legs, and the longest side, or the side opposite the 90-degree angle, is called the hypotenuse. The Pythagorean theorem states that each leg squared and added together is equal to the hypotenuse. And sometimes we call this the sum of the legs squared is equal to the hypotenuse. Replacing the name of these sides of the triangle with the letters A, B for the legs, C for the hypotenuse, we have a common representation for the Pythagorean theorem. Sum of the legs squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared of A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Another formula in relationship to a triangle is area of a triangle, where we take the base length and the height, which in this particular right triangle happen to be the lengths of the legs of this right triangle, multiply those together and divide by 2, which is the same as multiplying by 1/2. In other words, the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. Let's take a look at an application involving quadratic equations and properties of right triangles. The main sail of a sailboat is a right triangle with dimensions as shown. How much would this sail cost if the material is $10 per square foot? Square foot is an indication of area, and we just saw in the last screen that area is found by taking 1/2 the base, which we have, times the height, which we're missing. Because we have a right triangle, though, we can use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for the missing leg, since we do know the hypotenuse and one leg. Replacing the values with what we know, our missing leg will represent with an X. The other leg, 24, will replace B, is equal to the hypotenuse of 26. Each of these values is squared, and the legs squared are added. Simplifying this, squaring 24 and 26 and subtracting results in the following equation. This is a quadratic equation in standard form. Since it's two terms, we'll factor it. It does follow the form of a difference of squares and factors into the binomial x minus 10 times the binomial x plus 10. Using the principle of zero products, we set each factor equal to 0 and solve for x, resulting in x equal 10 or x equal negative 10 for a solution to this equation. For this application, we're looking for a length, so we will only accept the positive value here, x is equal to 10. We now have the dimension of the height of this triangle, so we can now go ahead and find the area by replacing base with 24, height of this right triangle of 10, multiplying the two together, base and height, and multiplying by 0.5. We have the area of this sail of 120 square feet. The cost of the sail material is $10 per square foot, and to answer the question, how much will it cost for this sail, we'll take the area, 120 square feet, and times it by $10 per square foot to determine the cost for this sail of $1,200.